Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a crazy Wednesday the 28th of February. This crazy storm, I guess, has been hanging around up in Canada, is dropping down on us, and we're under severe rain and flooding. The snow level is going to go up to like 5,000 feet, and this, as they say, extreme rain is going to melt that snow, and everything's going to flood like crazy. Or there's a threat of that. Can't guarantee anything, but anyway, in lieu of that, the old war wagon's going to stay home. Going to take the much safer MDX. Dadgummit had put gas in the CRV yesterday, and the Acura needs gas, so we're going to make another visit at GC. So off we go. Wish us luck. Man, it does not seem like it's been raining that hard, but there's already fields starting to flood and everything else. It's crazy out there. Man, this thing is such a cheater. It's basically, everything's push button. You don't adjust, don't turn nothing on. Everything auto, wipers. You don't even have to steer it down the road for a little while. It'll drive itself. What a cheater. The other thing we've driven the last 3 days has been the old CRV, and what a contrast. Amazing what 20 years does. 02 to 22. Yeah. Gonna be a nasty one. 48 degrees and barely sprinkling here. But I think that storm is more up north than it is down here. Because that's where I was getting all the warnings. It was like from Lewis County north.
Yeah.
Mama?
Yes,
we've made it to hump day. How about that?
We did. We're halfway there.
Yeah, we hit the bump in the week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I still got my auto flash or wipers doing our thingy. So, have a wonderful day.
You too.
And I'll see you as it passes by.
All right.
All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye now.
Bye.
You want to see something really cool? Not only two-seated skies, you seen these yesterday. Oh, wait a minute. There's 3 of them. Isn't that pretty? I think that's pretty special day. We got 3 of these things right out of the gate. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. Kelly, watched the videos when I was in Georgia, but it wasn't until James brought one of these, I think it's this one, yesterday down. Or no, it was this one. He was doing something with it, and she goes, "Oh my God, I love that seat." It is pretty cool looking. So far, everybody, she really loves that kind of a roll. I forget what they call it, but it looks kind of like a rose gold kind of a look to it. She loves that too. She goes, "You ought to get one of those demo." Well, we'll see what the supply and demand is. If the supply is high, my demand is low. Would be cool though. I'll chase Mama around on her freewheeler. She loves riding these things too. That's pretty cool. Still, no word on when Apple CarPlay, no ETA. We're just waiting. It'll just all of a sudden it'll show up. Down the road, we'll just be going, "You remember when they first came? The Apple CarPlay wasn't activated?" I heard back from BRP. Thank me for the pictures, and he says, go ahead and do everything to it. Just the engineers want me to take pictures of all the parts with the new ones next to the ones that come off of this and send them to him. He says, "Don't forget. Don't put it together and forget." I go, "Yeah, I'll have to remind myself of that. I'll get the old one out and I'll be busting out to put the new one in." I left a fingerprint on there. That XPS, the stuff that works so good. This matte finish. And you guys, I don't like the smell of it though. That's alright. It's got a pungent smell to it. Others may like it. That's nice. A sea of sea skies. That just puts a big old smile on my face. That's nice. That's cool. Jumped up on my stool up here so I could look at them all. I think in myself there may be a thumbnail coming out of that. If I don't fall off of this thing and hurt myself. Actually, when I first came back to work after the stroke, I wasn't allowed to get on any kind of ladders or stools or anything. I'd imagine we got lights out or something. Yeah, some of them out. Oh, you notice I got my one over my head going. Tim's, the ballast is out on it. I think you're just going to switch it to LEDs. Man, that's pretty. All right. Along with getting my light fixed, got a new hose. That hose that I was using, I think I was using at the Longview store. Just packed up all my stuff and came in. That thing, it had blown out so many times that it shortened to about 8 feet long. It'd barely go to the end of my rack, so I guess a little longer than that. I just tossed it in a trash can over here. So I went through and took the fingerprints that during the assembly. Yeah, there's my hose all piled up there. They just get to a point that they rot and just walking on it and stuff like that. And I had to turn the air on, use it, and turn it off, or make the air compressor go. It's been a while since I talked to you guys last. I'm just out here marveling at I got tied up talking to managers and stuff upstairs, and come down here and walk back in and went, dang, that's a good look to see a bunch of sea skies sitting down here. One sold. The one guy that was initially actually going to take that one, but that was actually held for her. I didn't know that. I haven't heard back from him. I thought it actually sold. And asked the sales guy, and he goes, oh, he's still on the fence. He'll get one. But it's that time of year. She'll take hers no matter what. That's cool. The day of, well, it's yesterday too. Maybe even the day before. It's been all about the spiders. Yeah, that's even part of the title. Spider season is on. A lot of buzz going on about them, which is nice. Beautiful. Tim left a little bit early. He's got something going on with his girlfriend. Gonna go hang out with her, go do something. That's pretty crazy about that pitman arm being bent. And what's hitting is the nut that's actually hitting the what's called the DPS support. And like I think I was telling you earlier, they want me to set them all out, and the engineers want to see pictures of the new versus old. I'm sure they're scratching their head. What in the holy heck? I mean, there's no damage to the bike anywhere, so it's just a mystery. Look at that, the wheels are pretty much sitting forward. Look at that, the handlebars are. It's not quite as extreme as when you actually set it up straight, but it ends up kind of looking all cockeyed like that. It's crazy how far that thing is off. I was wondering, what if that thing, the nut initially wasn't moving and somebody forced it or something, but I mean, that just wouldn't happen. Something weird's going on. It would be caught. They just wouldn't let something like that go. Especially on a sea to sky. Don't know. I'm sure they're doing some deep searching. I know the Japanese and stuff, everything's recorded as it's moving down the line. So if BRP does that, they'll see when and where it happened. I would think. It didn't happen in the crate. I mean, nothing jumped in that crate. The crate was in perfect shape. You know, if a crate is damaged at all, we have to take a whole bunch of pictures because, you know, it's being delivered. If it's really bad and it's hanging in pieces, you know, that's a different thing. But, you know, if you see some damage, you know, we take pictures and the trucker has to sign a thing saying, you know, he agrees this thing showed up damaged, you know. And I don't know what happens from there, but anyway, no such case. All the Spyders. This one was a part of the 4. You remember that one day we'd come to work and there was 4 Spyders that got dropped off. And that was part of that 4, and they were perfect. So, who knows? But anyway, it's about time for me to roll out. Tim left early, so I'm in charge of locking everything down tonight. So, I'm going to bounce. Made it home safe and sound. The trip home was not very safe and sound. Not too bad in Vancouver. That crazy storm that dropped down out of Canada is basically hitting us in like Toledo, Castle Rock. Well, it goes a little farther than that. But basically, you know, once you get past Longview, Kelso, going south is not as bad. It was definitely rainy. But, yeah, it was a very wet, crazy. Once we got to that point, we got back into that storm. You know, I've got weather stuff that kicks off as I'm going through, heading to, you know, back and forth, you know, in Castle Rock, you know, Kelso, Woodland, you know, so as weather things pop up, you know, it's part of my trip, you know, that's why I set it that way each day, back and forth to work. But all the stuff was basically up north here. And boy, did it hit. It was going this morning and it never stopped. Actually, it's probably windier and nastier now than it's been. See a lot of flooding, what I could see in the dark coming home. Even leaving this morning, a lot of the fields had a lot of water in them. Not flood stage, but from what we could see, because it was basically dark as we're driving along. There's a little mama. You ready to eat?
Yep.
All right.
All right.
So I'll be there in just a few. Okay. Then we'll do a goodbye.
All right.
He told me I only got so much time. And I thought, well, I'm going to go, because it rained so hard, I go up and check on the roof here to make sure everything's cool. You don't have any surprise leaks anywhere or anything like that. It's just an old shingle roof, like a, you know, cedar shingles up there, like an old barn. But anyway, I guess I fiddle farted around and she said I only had a few minutes. So must be ready now. But anyway, days like this, when you're trapped, it literally feels like you're trapped in a bubble and you have no escape. It's like out there, you know, I need to test ride those Spyders after doing the alignments. I'm not taking a brand new Sea to Sky out in the pouring down rain. And not happening. The wind was really strong in Vancouver, just the rain wasn't quite as bad. But it stayed wet. It was never dry. It looked like it tacked up a couple of times, but it only lasted a moment. Oh, left my buffer out. But anyway, just one of those wet days, and crazy how it can go like that, from, you know, having some nice days and then the rain kicks in, and like it just get claustrophobic after a while. But there's a payback, huge payback. You get people go, I don't know how you could live in a place like that. Yeah, I grew up other than this as a young lad, and I can imagine it being any other way. You have 4 seasons up here, and there's a part of the winter where it just like stays wet forever. It seems like it's crazy. And then, you know, when you're in it, you're going, in the world, you know, you're starting to think yourself, how do you deal with this? But oh man, it's like wonderland once the spring and summer kick in. So you get the people go, I don't know how you can live in a wet place like that. And then them same people come back going, it's just beautiful there. I can't imagine living in a place like that. Well, there's no really good things in life that you don't have to pay for. And to get all these beautiful mountains and beautiful scenery and all that stuff, it comes at a price, and that's called a very wet winter. And I don't know, I like it when it's in the middle of summer and the days are like forever long, and and it's just dry and hot, and you start thinking these winter days, it'd be nice because everything just winds down. Everything goes in slow motion in the wintertime, and that's very very comforting. But as with anything, you end up getting too much. Well, I need to get next month. March is the DR and my Himalayan. Then after that, I think June is the Road King. Oh, Road King. Then my Slim, poor old gal, sits around here, never gets no love. Well, I'll make up for that. I'll go out there and ride the wheels off of that thing. But anyway, I need to get in there and before Mama comes back out here barking on me. I have my oh, yeah, this phone, everything's silent on it, so she might have been trying to text me, and I was never hearing it. These bike stands work better as a stool than anything. You think that hole in the middle would be an issue? For obvious reasons, you don't even know it's there. But anyway, we'll say goodnight to the gals and have a bite to eat, and then we'll try to get out there in the wind and rain and do a goodbye vlog. Alrighty, we're out. Well, hello there, YouTube. Man, it relentlessly still has not stopped raining.
No.
I mean, nonstop. They said it was going to be this crazy rainstorm. And, I mean, it's still like 47, 48 degrees out here. It's nuts.
Non-stop.
That was the craziest drive we've had home.
Yeah.
And in quite some time.
It was like dark.
Yeah. Right as soon as we left, it was like dark.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just the slightest twilight to it, but it was full-on headlights all the way home. And just standing water the whole way.
Yeah,
it
that's
never
a long
stopped.
ways to go in a total whiteout.
Get wet going up the back hill to get Kelly, get wet going out the front door to get to the car, and wet when you got home.
Yeah.
Sasha and Annie didn't have any running time. They just had to duck and run and fly over the mud holes or water holes. Sasha don't like that at all.
No.
She bunny hops over all the water.
Yeah, she don't like getting wet.
It's touching me. But anyway, you probably can't hear us on all this wind. The wind kicks in off and on too.
Mm-hmm.
So it all started up in Canada, and they said it was going to roll down here by Wednesday, and
it is Wednesday.
Boy, did it ever. I don't know how long it's going to last, but maybe when we start floating.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of fields where this morning, it's dark coming back, couldn't hardly tell.
Yeah, it's going to be standing water in a lot of places.
Well, you could see the rivers were high, though. Holy moly. It's like, yikes. But anyway, on that, we're going back.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and you guys have an amazing Thursday or Friday.
Heck yeah.
And try to stay dry.
Yeah. Wow. Alrighty.
All right.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.